All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to call to order, June 24th, PZBA regular meeting at 7:01. Roll call, please.
Chairman Kempa.
Here.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Here.
Commissioner Patel.
Here.
Commissioner Saywert. Here. Commissioner Mashevsky.
Here.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Perfect. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First order of business is to approve the May 28th special PZBA meeting minutes. Are there any corrections to the minutes as presented? If there are none, can I please have a motion to approve May 28th meeting minutes as presented at 7:02?
Motion approved.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstain?
One.
Scott. All right, we have three cases today. The first case is a case number 26-06V, variation to reduce rear yard setback. An applicant is John Kamish at 408 Hillcrest Drive. And the request is consideration of a variation to allow a reduction in the required rear yard from 50 feet to 10 feet to construct an additional stall onto the existing attached garage. Can I please have a motion to open case number 26-06V at 7:03?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashevsky. Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner Saywert.
Aye.
Chairman Kempa.
Aye. Okay. Director Peterson, do you want to give us a description of this request?
Yes, Mr. Kamish, Dr. Kamish came in seeking to put an addition onto his garage. The reason for the variation is his lot, he lives on Hillcrest Drive. The house was built on the rear part of the lot due to the topography of the front yard. There's approximately 9.5 feet elevation change from the road to where the house is, and that what the city added an exhibit in there to show that. And Patrick, if that could go up, I'd appreciate it. John, that would be the one. The city ordinance requires the rear yard to be 50 feet. However, when this house was built, it was built before the city was a city, and did not have to follow any of the roads, thus a legal non-conforming residence. Dr. Cambridge is here to present. Yes.
All right, I need to swear you in. I can swear anybody else in that needs to speak to the case.
Not to this case, a separate case.
Separate case. Oh, for this
This
case.
case.
Okay. Do you swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. If you could state your name and address for the record, please, and then present your case for us.
Thank you. Hi, John Kamish is my name. I'm at 408 Hillcrest Drive, Prospect Heights.
Thank you.
Yeah, as Director Peterson was saying, the house was built very far back on our lot, back in 1950. Anyway, we don't really have any other place to expand on our lot to add some storage space. The best spot for this is on the back side of our garage. We already have an apron of like asphalt back there where we park a full-size vehicle. But there's all these lawn implements and all this other stuff that's piling up back there, and quite honestly, it's in disarray and looks horrible. So we want to tuck that away and make that look nice. We could build a shed back there, and that pushes up to 5 feet from the back line. That's an option. However, one of the problems with that is then it brings two buildings, roof lines close to each other, and we've had experience with temporary structures there. The snow just falls in basically like a gangway between the two structures, and it's not practical. So we're looking to extend just one single additional garage stall on the back end of it, and to do that, we need a variance.
And this garage would have an overhead door for entry, or?
Yeah.
And so the driveway is existing there? So would you have to add a driveway as well? No.
I have some pictures if you want to see it.
Sure.
Here's the existing garage, and here's this.
Got it.
This is where we just want to extend.
Right. Yep.
And there's just different angles of that's on the file right there.
Yes. Can we keep the pictures as exhibits?
Sure.
We'd add them as a
For you.
petitioner exhibits.
Okay, thank you. So the side, whatever you call it, the side door or the back door would stay, so the new,
That would basically connect into the additional stall that would go next to it.
okay,
So there's a back, the back wall of the existing garage is right here.
Yes.
Would you mind standing there just so everybody could see it and you could point to it?
I'm
That's okay, that'd be great. Thank you.
So the back wall of the existing garage goes this way, next to the house. This just comes out, it's from the garage. The additional stall would basically come in right where this pavement is. And it's like a 10 or 12 foot stall, it's a standard size stall. And so it just extended right there. That still leaves us, the lot is odd shaped, it's kind of like a weird triangle. So the narrowest part is like 10 or 12 feet up front. The widest part in the back is up to like 15 or 19 feet. I forgot the number. So that's what we're talking about. Now, there's only one neighbor who could potentially see this, and it's the guy behind me. I just talked to him an hour and a half ago. And he asked me about it. He's fine with it. Nobody else, none of the other neighbors see this. They all have sheds that kind of back up to our yard. So we're just looking to add one.
Do you have any idea how far, oh, can I ask questions?
yes, absolutely, yes.
Go ahead.
From that front corner, you said it's about 10 feet to the property line. So 10 feet, and then what would be the next closest home, approximately? 50 feet, 100 feet, or?
Oh, it's probably at least 50 feet. You can see the guy's back wall right here. That's his roof line. So it's behind the hedge and it's behind the fence. So it's.
So this is this
at
house
least- At
he's
least,
talking about?
So my question is,
Yeah.
so is this
Jim,
other house?
guys, we need to stay close to the microphones, please, for the video and stuff, so that help Patrick and the audience who's watching. Yes.
Thank you.
So, can I ask a question?
Go ahead, ask the question.
I'm sorry. Based on this photo, the other gray area is up to the upper left, right? Upper left? Is
Yeah.
that the closest property to your neighbor?
the upper,
You'll see a little sliver.
So above the red banner or the triangular sliver, Jim?
So a lot of these prints do not show in relationship to your neighbor. So from what I'm guessing is the hardest gray area is up to the right. So do you, can I
So,
get up and show?
Yeah, you can point to
Here,
what's your...
wait, here.
so the address that
Is
you were
this your
referring to was that
closest neighbor up
400?
there?
yes.
Okay, so it's
Okay,
business.
so my question always is, how does that affect your neighbor if you're butting up against his property?
Well, again, I spoke to him, and he's fine with it. And he's not here this evening. He got the, the notice and all that. And it's really not visible to him. He doesn't mind one bit. he asked me, what are you doing? I told him, and he was fine with it. Maybe he should have came and stated that, but the other houses don't see anything.
I'm happy with that. Second question is you currently have a two-car garage?
Yes.
And you're adding a third?
Correct.
And it's in the same line, but set back a little from your two-car garage?
Correct.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Are you planning to demolish part of the two-car garage and just make it a full three-car garage, or is it gonna be a two-car and then
The walls are going to stand.
Okay.
It'll just be an extension of what already exists. So the back wall of the garage, which is like the side of the garage, we'll probably open that wall. There's a big window there anyway, and a door. That's where
Okay, so that
door
wall, the reason, I'm looking at your roof lines and that wall, and I'm just trying to see how you're gonna get an addition done without tearing at least 50% of the roof off the second car garage,
is. There'll have to be some roof, probably.
just so it looks like it's not two roofs tying together this
Correct.
way.
No, we want it to be flush or something.
So you do know that you're gonna have to potentially, to make it, to flow right, rain to flow off that roof, you'll have to tear down part of your roof on your two-car garage, build it to tie into the new car, the one-car garage, so you have a full three-car garage without that bearing wall in between. Is that the plan?
Well, I think that wall could stay. I mean, I'm going to talk to an architect
Yeah.
about this to get the true plans, but I spoke to a few builders, and they really said that this can be just extended off the existing roof. Now, whether we need to destroy part of that and extend it, I don't know. I'm not a builder.
Well, the wall can stay. It just won't be a load-bearing wall anymore, because that roof's gonna now have to be repitched and trussed off the new walls that you're built. So to make it a more functional garage, you might just want to take the wall down, but you can definitely keep the wall.
Okay.
Aesthetically, it's fine, but functionality-wise, you might, and you'll find this throughout, but I'm just, I think if it's all one seamless garage as opposed to two garages butted up against each other, then I feel it feels like it's belongs to the property and everything. If we're just adding a garage and keeping this in the roof pitches, then I'd say, well, then it looks like butting of a shed up against a house, which would look really weird,
Yeah,
That's what we're trying to avoid.
Okay,
So
no.
we want this to look good.
Okay, so that's
And,
my
it's gonna
concern would be,
It's going
as
to
long
look
as they're,
hodgepodge if we do the
it's
shed
all-
thing and all that.
it's all one roof line, it ties together with the garage, and it looks like a three-car garage from the outside. Whether it is or not, when you have that, keep that wall, that's all internal, so that
From the
really.
outside, you wouldn't know what's going on,
Inside,
as far as the wall's there.
So if I understand this correctly, you're seeking this variation so that architects can do their, they're going to have a little bit exercising to do to get this right.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah. I wasn't going to pay all that architectural fee unless I get approval.
Yeah,
So it's not cheap.
got it. Okay.
You mentioned that you have a car parked on that concrete pad now, and then you have a lot of,
It's mostly all that lawn, tractor, fertilizer, all that stuff, couple our stuff sits there.
so would
And
you
it's-
be willing, if we did this variation, to have a condition put on that no additional accessory buildings could be added to the backyard?
Yeah, I don't think we have space. I mean, we wouldn't be able to fit
It's not an
anything.
accessory structure, though. It's part of the house.
No, he's just
Yeah.
saying no additional accessory structures.
Well,
Okay, so
So-
so could that be a condition if we're giving them storage?
The ask is to add a full stall to an existing garage, so it's to function as a use as a garage. He's planning to use it more miscellaneous storage, but the approval, why this is to act as a part of the primary structure. There is some area on the southwest side of the property that potentially could have it. You could restrict the size of, we've got a 200 max for max sheds, but I don't know if that's a condition to, grant him primary structure and then restrict accessory structure, because considering he doesn't come anywhere close to the lot area coverage that's allowed under the code.
And that
he
would
could-
stay within the guidelines. I know there's a square footage limit you can have for accessory structures, and I think the statute says it's like 3 accessory structures you can have.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't look to exceed whatever is in the code.
So if, the question could probably be better stated, because he would not, with this, he wouldn't get to a point to be able to have a detached garage, so that takes 720 off the table right there. He would be allowed potentially 2 structures, each not more than 200 square feet. A reasonable condition could possibly be, if the plan commission so considered, would be limit to the ability to have 1 additional detached accessory structure, maximum 200 square feet. You know, I don't think granting a primary structure addition should restrict them from an accessory. And I think that would be a little bit of a stretch.
But we could limit it to 1 at 200.
Because he's basically down, you know, the detached garage, which was what is larger than
Right.
200 square feet.
Right.
He's not allowed to have it. There's no way for him to access it at this point.
Right.
Especially with putting the addition on, he'd only have 10 feet, and he couldn't put the driveway in the easement anyway.
Yeah.
Unless he does on the other side of the house.
Yeah, unless you go here.
I'm not suggesting he's going to, I'm just suggesting there's,
You want to pay for this?
no, I'm not saying he's going to, I'm just saying you could if you really wanted to. But yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, adding the garage to me makes sense. Limiting to 1 shed in the corner, if family grows and you have a kid that's driving at some point, or whatever the case may be, and you need to put your lawn stuff somewhere, it'll find its way into the yard, might as well give them an option to put a shed, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I don't foresee that, but,
Yeah,
you know.
never know.
Part of it is that the variations go with the property. So once you sell, the variation stays with the property. So the next owner
Yeah.
may want to take advantage of all the outbuildings that he can put in there.
Also, I mean, the thing that you don't see on this are the giant mature trees that are in the yard that, you know, really complete the place. You'd have to chop down these huge trees to put any kind of
Is that in
accessory
that
structure
picture?
up. And, you know, I
You can
don't,
kind of see my road,
That's not-
it's a very heavily
plan.
And I don't have the GIS up.
house.
There's a couple back, you can see somewhat of the tree tops back there, you can see a couple, but yeah, it's hard to get a good depth perception from those photos.
Yeah, because one other option would be to have him screen the building, but with that amount of foliage, I don't think that would be necessary.
Right. Okay. Any other questions from the commissioners to the applicant? No? Anything else? We're good.
That's all I have.
All right. Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you.
Can we make a condition that it's, the roof line and everything are in seamless with the house that it is right now?
That's up to architect, I think.
At this point in time, he's looking for the yard variation, and he's already stated that he's going to hire an architect to do the permit plans. So, and then they'd have to function together to do that. So I don't think that would be necessary.
All good?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
We can have a discussion, but if there's no other comment, I'd like a motion to close case number 26-06V at 7:19.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sayward.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Chairman Kempa.
Aye. So, again, the condition that we're, can I grab that picture? The condition that we're proposing is limiting accessory structures to 2 buildings, one 200 square feet, the other 80 square feet?
I think it's 1 at 200.
1 at 200.
One at 200?
It's up to you guys, wherever you want to go.
All right, one at 200.
I mean, you could, what would the 80 be used for?
I have no idea.
8 by 10.
That's what the code says. Code allows 720 to 180.
Why don't you just do 1 at 280, right? Because you could do that.
No, I think
That-
maximum is 200.
That was, remember, that was, the 280 was limited to the chicken
Right.
coop. However,
We don't want to mess that up.
we are in the process for, to look at some changes in those accessory structure sizes. However, we're not at that point where it's approved yet, so,
So how about prohibiting a 720 square foot garage, detached?
So then you're giving them the option of two
That whatever the code gets, how the code
Revised.
gets rewritten and revised, then he has an option to do whatever the new code says, but he wouldn't have an option to put a detached garage of 700. That, I'm sure that's going to stay, right?
you could limit the maximum amount of square footage to, or number of sheds to 2, because that's what he would get if he had the ability to have a 720 square foot detached garage. And you could limit it to, he could have 150, you could have 130, just as long as it didn't exceed the
280.
280.
Okay, so accessory structures not to exceed 280
And the number 2.
in number 2, okay. Any other discussion? If there is none, can I please have a motion to add, what's the exhibit for the pictures?
Number 8.
Number 8. All right, can I please have a motion to add to the public record testimony presented this evening for case number 26-06V, and also add Exhibit 8, pictures of the properties provided by the homeowner.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Saywert.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
And Chairman Kempa.
Aye. And that motion was at 7:22. Now can I please have a motion to recommend to the City Council approval of case number 26-06V, consideration of a variation to allow a reduction in the required rear yard setback from 50 feet to 10 feet to construct an additional stall onto the existing attached garage with the provision that additional auxiliary structures will be limited to 280 square feet, and the number of structures is limited to 2.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Commissioner Saywert.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Chairman Kempa.
Aye.
Monday evening, July 13th will be the first first reading. Next week, we will talk about the possibility of a waiver of first reading, because it was a unanimous vote. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good luck with your project.
Dave, thank you.
All right, next case is case number 26-11V, variation to reduce a side yard setback. Applicant is Karol Horodeński, 410 Hillcrest Drive. And the description of the request is a consideration of a variation to allow a reduction in the required side yard from 5 feet to 1 foot to construct a driveway to access the proposed detached garage. Can I please have a motion to open case number 26-11V at 7:24?
I'll make the motion.
Second, please.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Saywert.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Chairman Kempa.
Aye.
All right. This evening, Mr. Horodeński is here to discuss a side yard variation. He would like to build a compliant detached garage in his rear yard for his, to use for his purposes. However, he's got a legal non-conforming with a side yard setback of less than 14 feet. I think it's 13, hair over 13. And to be able to clear it around the house and provide that, he's seeking a 4-foot variation to the required 5 feet. He has agreed to keeping a foot of grass and also pitching the driveway towards his own property to minimize any overland water flow from the driveway towards the property to the east.
Okay. Is the applicant here? Can I swear you in? Do you swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you. If you could state your name and address for the record and tell us about your project.
So my name is Karol Hordański, 410 Hillcrest Drive, Prospect Heights.
Okay. And so can you, I mean, this is a pretty straightforward application. If I understand correctly, you're planning to build a legal conforming detached garage in the backyard, and you need a way to access it.
Yeah, so basically I, like gentleman Daniel said, I need 1 feet because between me and my neighbor is 15 feet and I need 14 feet and I need 15 to be legal, right?
Right.
So 1 feet of the
So
space to,
Right.
to get to the...
Yeah. Okay. So the only consideration from the city is to pitch the driveway so that you don't push any, right now I'm assuming there's grass there, so, I don't know how it's pitched, but grass will absorb water, concrete will not. So to keep the water on your side of the property instead of the neighbor's property
Yeah.
is the only request that we will be adding.
I don't know how you can do that.
Well, you could do it with the apron, right?
So I have a couple of questions.
go ahead.
Neil, you got questions first?
I do, but you can go.
So my question is, that once again, these prints don't show the existing house next to you, so we don't know how close that 1 foot is going to be your neighbors. So if they've got a 5-foot setback, so you're right on their back door. The other thing, so I would like to see that, the house. So the house to the right, how far is it from the property line?
I didn't measure my line, which is, it's 14 feet. It's not to the house, it's to my neighbor line, right?
Okay.
My English is not good, so you know what I mean? It's not to
Oh,
the house.
good.
To the house is about, I know that, so it's about, let's say, 30 feet.
Okay, so it's far
But, you
back
know,
off.
according I speak to this gentleman, the law is to have 15 feet to the line of the
Correct.
So,
neighbor. I have 14.
So
this is,
my next question that leads to it is, you have an existing sidewalk right there?
yeah.
So you have it, I'm guessing, you have 1 foot from your house line to the
Yeah.
concrete sidewalk.
Yes.
Then your sidewalk is 30 inches,
About 30
2.5.
yeah.
so that's 3.5. And then you have another 1 foot to the beginning of the driveway, proposed driveway.
Yeah.
Why do you need both? Why can't you start the driveway 1 foot off of your house line?
I can do that too.
You know what I mean?
comment, yeah.
And whether you have a curbed for drainage, that's a big deal. You don't want it draining into your house. Your neighbor's far enough away, so you can make a semi-curb near your house, eliminate the sidewalk, and you wouldn't encroach to the 1 foot towards the property line. So then you're saving another 3.5 feet. So instead of being 1 foot off your property line, you would be 3.5 feet off your property line. So they do it everywhere. So to get the best of both worlds, with the concrete drive, you don't need the sidewalk, is what I'm getting at. So think about it.
Yeah, we can do that. I just also planning to do driveway, not like asphalt. I would say to make it nice, you know, with the grass. I plan to do maybe like a stone or something, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like nice look also, not,
Yeah.
because if I do asphalt or concrete.
So
it's going
you
to
have
hide.
that foot between your current sidewalk in your house,
Yeah.
you can plant that,
Yeah.
make shrubbery, make it pretty, and still eliminate 2.5, 3.5 feet. You could get closer to the house
Mm-hmm.
and less off the property. Something to think about.
Yeah, yeah.
Do-
Still
Carl,
my
do
thunder.
do you know
Still my thunder.
how wide your eave is that overhangs the edge of the house?
The white eve.
The,
Yeah,
where the roof comes
the
down?
soffit.
The
Yeah,
soffit?
The soffit is about 1.5.
So we're down to about 12 feet. Could still possibly make an 8-foot, you know. The big issue is clearing the outside edge, because that 13 feet that's on the plat is to the actual foundation wall, not to the roof overhang.
What is the allowed driveway? Is it 5 feet off the property line typically, right? So-
All driveways by code are to be 5 foot off the side lot line. In a lot of cases where the houses built before the city's 15-foot required side yard setback was established, were built anywhere from 6 feet to 12 feet. In this case, it was a little closer.
So if we do 2 feet off the foundation and then do an 8-foot driveway, that's your total 10 feet. That leaves you at 3.72 feet of space between the edge of the driveway and the lot. That's close to the 5, gives him a full driveway to get back, but gives enough space to drain, because it should drain away from the house, not towards the house.
Understood, however.
That's the
we got-
swale that's probably going back and forth towards, that's how most houses are designed in Prospect Heights. I didn't see the GIS map, but I'm assuming that's the case. Because him trying to pitch it back towards the house is just gonna be more problems for him having water up against his house.
I wouldn't, I mean, I would imagine that you put an apron, not pitch you don't want to pitch anything towards the house.
Well, you're gonna have to go either east, you have to go left or right. It's too far to go this way.
I have a question for Carol, if you don't mind, Commission. You currently have a motorhome, correct?
Yeah.
How wide of a
It's
driveway
just a
access?
camper. It's not like with the engine. It's like camper.
Big one in the back, there's a tow behind?
It's like, it's not RV. It's not like you're driving. It's just you pull behind my truck.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Because from the roadway, it looks like it's
Yeah,
an
it's a
RV
big
one.
one. It's
'Cause
not a bit huge, but yeah, it's not.
Because the question I was getting at is, some of those need a full 8 feet plus your mirrors plus to be
Yeah.
able to get through, so that was the question. You know.
Well, maybe he has to go on the other side, just drive it on the grass and bring it around the back.
But
I'm
this
not
thing-
that happy, actually. I don't want to hear it, I don't know, I'm sure. How's he doing it now?
Right now?
Yes,
Yeah,
right?
Understood.
So-
But that's why the
Is
garage,
this-
that's why the,
Is this garage for the RV or the camper?
No.
It's for your car?
No, I got 3 kids, so and lots of sports, different things.
Yeah, I got you.
motors And,
Just for playing, yeah.
and no, we had like lots of stuff like motorcycles and like things you need for the house. And I need some space, so I like to. I have a friend in Prospect Heights who builds this kind of thing, and I just saw it and nice idea, to put all my things, not have them, there,
Yeah.
there, I don't like clean.
We love the idea of the garage in the back, we're just trying to figure the best way for you to get back there
Yeah.
at this point.
yeah, and
It's
they-
like, really, I cannot do anything because I did addition on the back of my house, like when he was born, like 7 years ago. So it's like no way to create more garage at my house, so I need like detached garage.
So, back to the question, if we do 2 feet off your house and then you start your driveway, kind of where your sidewalk is,
Mhm.
and then give you an 8 feet driveway, you're only gonna need a variance to go down to 3.72 feet as opposed to 1 foot. Will that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would round it down to 3.5 feet, so a
Yeah.
foot and a half variance.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, I have a question though, where you have your new garage, you have a dimension of 5-foot minimum. So are you only asking for the variation along the house?
And this is what I try to say. It's like, yeah, it's just the side of my house. So I don't know how much this feet is like about That's what I kind of with
Third-
36 feet.
36
Because in the
point.
front and the back, I start like, it's like, it's not gonna connect with the driveway because I got lots of space.
So there you would be able to keep that 5-foot setback.
It's just between me and my neighbor, so it's just small distance.
Yeah.
I would,
I know the ranch house side, so it's just only that,
I would probably
30 feet.
look at, once he clears the rear of the house, he has to go back to maintaining the
Yes.
5-foot
Right.
setback.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be 50 feet probably when you're done with it, because just to swing it in front and swing it back. I don't know if we have to give it a specific stipulation, but just, as the
What
building
we could do
department.
is put is that the variation should apply to the area approaching and exiting the area of the house.
There you go.
Yeah.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Inside of the house, you what I mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because the rest, I got lots of
36 feet.
space.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you got, in the driveway in the front, coming up to it, you got room, and when you get past the house, you got room to move back.
Yes, yes. This is
That's-
down,
Natural curve that you're gonna back
So
up your
that over
camper
here, he could put a
without,
drink.
I mean, within
I don't
10
naturally
feet,
drain it that
you gotta
way now.
curve back.
I think everything's, I
Right?
think it's most houses,
Yeah, most houses.
so that, it allowed it to do it.
okay, all right,
I don't think you had to make a stipulation for it. I don't-
all right,
No,
okay.
like you see on this photo. Right?
we,
And they're up against this loose, they probably drain it.
and we would, from a building department standpoint, before that, in plan review, we would mark that area, that the variations for the minimum amount necessary to make safe passage around the house.
Yep. Okay, any other questions for the applicant?
So, Dan, are you, or Dr. Peterson, are you comfortable, or do we need to put anything in about the drainage?
We've required it in the past, especially we've had, a couple 1 foot, and we've had a couple 0-foot lot lines where we've required them to curve the asphalt or put a little curve just to keep it, and then pitch it towards the front, usually towards the right of way. With a little bit of grass, it'll end up being if the driveway causes problems with the neighbor and we get a complaint, then he's gonna have to figure out another solution on how to control that stormwater.
The problem, in my opinion, because I don't know if you remember my yard, it's like, because the yard go from the front, the driveway go and the side home is like that and go like that, so the water never stay between the houses, because in front and back pitch down, you know what I mean?
So the idea
water,
is
that, I don't think so, this is the problem, between the houses. Because
So-
the water always go either
I'm-
front or back.
From a staff perspective, we're comfortable with just the 3.5 feet of green space being able to absorb the water. If there's a issue that is a resident will deal with it at the time it happens.
Can we just make it a condition that the driveway is graded properly and falls, it doesn't change the water, current water
So
direction, let's call it? The current grading path. If the
Basically-
water flows one way, it continues to flow that way.
instead of crowning it to the outs, you can pitch it to the ends a little bit, not a much and down. He is correct. His yard does go up from the front and then tapers as it goes to the back a little bit, having looked at his, being out there as much as I was for the addition that was put on. So I think during the installation, we can look at how the grading works and how the lane of whatever finished material, whether it's asphalt, concrete, paver, whatever it ends up being, that it absorbs.
Does it flow like this, Dan?
That's what I'm saying.
Does it flow like this? This goes this way, this goes this way?
There is a slight crown on that line.
Okay,
yes.
well then that's better than this way.
Right.
And are you comfortable saying the 3.5 feet, since we don't have any dimensions on the sidewalk or the distance to the house? I mean,
Well-
is that accurate enough?
So the house, if there's 12, let's say 12 and, basically 12 feet, if we're talking a 2-foot overhang, correct?
Mm-hmm.
It's 12.7 from foundation, right? So
It's
that-
13.7.
13.7, so that brings us down to 11.7, basically 12 feet.
Yeah.
You'd knock 3 off of that, that gives you just a hair under 9. A 9-foot driveway should be sufficient in keeping a 3-foot.
So you mix numbers, so we started at 3.5, 3.5 feet. So that should be what he wants to do with the rest of it,
But-
we don't care.
So at 3.5 feet, he should be able to get a little over an 8-foot driveway.
Correct.
Okay,
You can-
that should be enough. That was the basis of the original question I had about the camper, not knowing what was necessary to be able to clear the house.
The overhang. Mhm.
Okay?
Okay.
So if he stated that he could make that work with basically a little larger than an 8-foot driveway, then 3.5 feet is the appropriate number.
Okay.
And he could take the concrete all the way to the house if you wanted to.
If you wanted to.
Yeah, and then you just you gotta be wary when you drive up, don't hit your house. Sports cars are fine.
Motorcycles are great.
Campers, not so much.
That's great, the kid is listening, he's thinking, okay, I'm getting a sports car.
That's a lawyer. The kid's a lawyer.
Actually, it's called camper.
There you go. All right.
So,
All right.
that's fine.
What's the minimum of the width of the driveway?
They're-
8 feet?
Typically 8 feet, yes. So if the dimension's 3.5 plus 8, a little over, almost 8.5, you should have plenty of room to even clear your house.
Right.
Even
The overhang.
Yeah, I have camper since 8 years and I never had problem. I never touched my house. So.
Yeah, because you're driving on, no.
Could you drive it on the-
Well, that, you probably will have to get on the grass for that, but how often do you do that? Twice a year maybe, right? So it is what it is.
Yeah.
So, I'm good with it.
It's better than the front of the house.
That's fine.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
Thank you for your testimony, sir. If there is no other questions, I'd like a motion to close case number
611.
2611V at 7:42.
I'll make the motion.
I'll
I
second
didn't
it.
get that. Could you try again?
And
I'll
roll
make the
call.
motion.
Commissioner Sayward.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Chairman Kempa.
Aye. Any more discussion from the commissioners? If there's none, can I please have a motion to add to the public record testimony presented this evening for case number 26-11V?
I'll make that motion. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner Sayward.
Aye.
And Chairman Kempa.
Now, can I please have a motion?
Can you vote?
You gonna
Can you
vote or no?
Aye.
Are you waiting for AI to do it?
I don't know if I told you the time for the motion. That was 7:40.
7:42, I got it.
Okay,
Thank you, though.
okay. All right.
You a little flustered, Maji?
I'm good. We need to vote on this case. Can I please have a motion to recommend to the City Council approval of case 26-11V for the variation to allow a reduction in the required side yard from 5 foot to 3.5 feet for the length of the house, which is approximately 50 feet, to construct a driveway to access the proposed detached garage.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner Sayward.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
And Chairman Kempa.
Aye.
So on Monday night, July 13th, down here at 6:30 will be up for city council approval. All right?
By the video.
Yep, Monday night.
So we know after that.
I'm sorry?
So I will know after that, right?
You've got a good positive, unanimous positive, which is thumbs up, so, but these are recommending, that'll be the decision night.
Okay, right.
All right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Good luck with your project.
Yes.
You're
That's it.
good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey, you did a great job tonight.
Thank you.
All right, last case today is the case number 26-12V, variation to reduce rear yard setback. Applicant is Camila and Pavel Bach. 102 Brook Road in Prospect Heights. The request is a consideration of a variation to allow a reduction in the required rear yard from 50 feet to 12.77 feet to construct an addition onto existing primary structure. Can I please have a motion to open case number 26-12B at 7:45?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Sayward.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Chairman Kempa.
Aye. Okay, this one's fun. Director Peterson, can we have a little bit of a description for this case?
Yes. This case is a situation where we have a unique lot on Brook. Currently, it's non-conforming, only one quarter, rear corner, the southwest corner of the property is at 50 feet. The rest of the house encroaches into that 50-foot required rear yard, and then it extends down. The detached garage is currently existing. The applicant would like to make an addition to his house, not add up, but add on to create more living space, and then attach the existing and then build additional garage onto the northwest side of the existing structure. The applicants are here to explain that the result, though, would end up with the northwest corner of the house being at 12.77 feet off the property line. It is a unique trapezoidal lot and additionally back when this was developed, hold on, I gotta take a clear look at the survey, but if I remember correctly, yes, this has a 50-foot building setback line, so the house was set back at that time 10 feet more than what we would allow today.
Okay.
The applicants.
Applicants here, I can swear you in. Do you swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Could you please state your
Yes.
name and address for the record, please?
My name is Jaime Gascon. I'm the project architect for the owner.
Could you spell your name, please?
First name is Jaime, Jaime. Last name is Gascon, Gascon.
Thank you.
Okay, could you tell us what this project is going to entail, and what is it that you're asking? What variation are you asking for?
Yeah, so as mentioned earlier, in the summary, the owner would like to do an addition between his garage, his existing garage and the existing house. That addition will be for living space of the existing house. He would also like to propose a side addition to the garage to also increase the garage from 2-car to 3-car. The setbacks that affect us are the rear yard setback. I don't think the side yard setback affects us.
No, you're good there. It's only the rear yard.
There's only the rear yard, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. My drawings are a little small in the text. So we're seeking, the required setback is 50 feet, and we're requesting on the northernmost corner, we're proposing a 12.77 foot setback.
Exhibit 6 would be the proposed site plan.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, it's labeled existing site plan, but it's the proposed site plan on CS
Proposed
1.2.
site plan, I'm sorry.
So, Chairman,
Yes, sir.
may I ask questions?
Absolutely.
So what I see is the existing frame garage will
Yes.
now be a house. In between
Yes, part of the, yes, sorry.
Your
Part of the
garden,
garage will be part of the house.
Your open space between the existing house and the frame garage will be closed in to continue the house. And then from the existing frame garage, will it, an additional three-car garage? Or will the frame garage existing be the first stall?
That is
Or the
correct.
first two stalls? So really, from the existing property, all you're doing is changing the innards and you're extending for two more car garage.
That is correct, I did misspeak earlier.
Would that
The-
be as good as?
The addition will be for a two-car garage. Part of the existing two-car garage will be used for the home. And the remainder of the existing garage will be one stall for one car. Total will be
Currently is two-car garage?
covered. Currently, it's two-car garage.
And you're gonna cut that in half?
Correct.
Half of it will be an add-on to the house?
Correct.
You'll get rid of the open garden area in between the house and the garage?
Correct.
So it's one continuous?
Correct.
Right? So really, all you're asking for is one additional, two additional garages to the current
Correct. And the new
situation.
garage be built inside the setback.
Okay.
Looking at what you're trying to do, and I like the idea of what you're trying to do, I just don't know how you're gonna reuse it. I think that garage has gotta come down,
So,
and then just an addition's gotta be added. I don't know how you're gonna hodge that garage into,
They're talking about a new basement?
so here.
yeah, so I don't know how you save any part of that
You don't
garage.
save the garage.
Yeah, I think the garage, and this is just part of construction, I think you're probably demoing that existing garage.
New foundation.
New
basement,
foundation, new
structure.
basement, because if your basement's encroaching to that garage, yeah, is the homeowner here?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that, I like the idea of the project, I think it seems like works, in my opinion, I'm one man of it, not speaking for everyone, but I do feel like that existing two-car garage is not salvageable in the way that it's designed right now. I think you'll end up taking that down, and I think it'll just be a better project for you, and make it one seamless addition to what you have now.
We'll look at that together when
Yeah.
we do plan to proceed with
What type,
assuming approval today.
Right.
We do plan to have full permit plans.
what type of materials are you guys planning to use, assuming on the addition, because what's the existing garage right now made of? Is that brick as well?
I think it's frame site, brick. The existing one is brick. And I think on our drawings, we were also proposing new brick on the additions.
So the house currently, as it sits, the house itself is brick, correct?
Correct.
Is making this a harmonious addition, are we
Yes.
looking to do a matching brick throughout, or something that matches similar to what we
That's
have?
what the plan shows, to do matching brick throughout.
Yeah, I mean, elevations are off because it says existing garage door.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you have a two-car garage right now,
Okay.
so that's just, you wouldn't even be able to use that garage door because you would have a one-car and a two-car, right?
Yeah,
Unless-
one car and a two car.
So, I think, and it looks like it has the brick showing, but it is not continuous throughout on your elevations. I just don't know if
Yeah,
that's,
well, we typically just show hatch for new brick, so that it's.
Okay.
Because then it'd be confusing the other way.
I got you,
Yeah.
okay.
You wouldn't be able to tell which one's new and which
So the
is
idea is to
existing.
go full brick?
Full brick
Okay,
all the way across, yes, for sure.
okay.
I have a question on the size of the garage. And kind of piggybacking what you're saying, right now you're proposing a three-car garage that's about 39 feet by 23 and a half, which is 921 square feet,
Okay.
which is actually pushing you further north, and that's the corner that's really tight.
Yes.
So that 12.77 is because your garage is actually 921 square feet.
Yes, it is projecting into that corner, that smaller part of the corner, because of the size of the
Right.
garage, for sure, yes.
And typically, if we're doing, for instance, we were just talking about doing detached three-car garages, and we hold them at 750.
Okay.
Is there a reason that you have to jump all the way to the 9 21, or is it because you were trying to salvage that wall in between?
I don't think we were trying to salvage the wall. I think one fact about the owner is that he does have his own business, and I think he does have a commercial vehicle that he keep.
You need to get sworn in.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, yeah, you have to swear.
And come up to me.
Don't be shy. You don't bite.
do you swear that your testimony will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. If you could just tell us your name and address for the record, please.
My name is Pavel Bach, and the address is 102 Brook Road, Prospect.
Thank you.
You have work via your own personal, your own business, and you need the extra space in the garage for.
Yeah, I got the van, and not for the vehicle, for the material for my work.
Okay.
And I got 3 kids, that's why I need another bedroom and space for the stuff we can play on the.
So one work van, one car for him, one car for the wife, 3-car garage, a little bit oversized, because he's a business owner in the area, small business owner.
And the other thing is the residents at 103. We kind of tried to do a scale distance from that corner that we're talking about to the actual home at 103. And we came up with only about 50 feet, is that correct?
Would it be 10?
This is, I believe, in reference to the house directly to the west behind you, which would be, I believe, 102, is that Maple?
103, I think.
103, 103 Maple.
Oh, like it's.
Behind.
Behind?
Yeah, so the rear yard at where the 1277 setback, I think the concern or the question is how far
that corner would be from
from
the.
the other
from
structure.
Neighbor,
From their
essentially
home.
behind.
Correct.
And it's roughly 50 feet?
That's what we were, I'm asking if that's about, we kind
What do you think from
of
your
guessed
neighbor?
it
I
from
don't-
the
I'm not familiar.
GIS.
From my neighbor
To the back.
to the line,
To here, yeah.
to the line,
Yeah.
which one, to the corner of the house?
Yeah, from here to
I
here.
can focus for a few minutes. Why don't we take a quick?
I'll go do an aerial and bring down an exhibit, so we're talking from.
Yeah,
place
we'll
back.
take a 5-minute recess. Are you guys ready to resume?
And that's-
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Let's keep going on this then. Do we want to call this exhibit next?
This will be whatever the next number is, Jen, I
It's
think
going
it's
to be number 11.
exhibit number 11. City exhibit.
Okay, so who had a question about this exhibit?
Yeah, so I just want to draw to everybody's attention that when 102 is extended to that northwest direction for another 2 bays, it's going to bring you closer to the 103. And when we kind of scaled it, that corner, that northwest corner is approximately 50 feet to 103.
So if you were to extend the line, what Commissioner Sayward saying is if you
Right.
extended that to the northwest, the home at 103 is also a legal non-conforming lot with a small rear yard. Their rear yard's approximately 40 feet. So that, I believe that's the basis of your question?
Yeah. So I think screening would be an issue that we should address as a condition.
With the fence, shrubs,
Yeah.
all of the above.
Because it's a one-story structure, so I think it would be helpful to have the screening
Okay.
adjacent to it.
Sure, I'm sure that's okay. Screening, like fence, bushes, trees.
Arborvitae's usually work the best.
Okay.
Evergreens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions for the applicant? Thank you for your testimony, sir.
Oh, thank you so much.
So Dan, I think you missed this part while you're up. kind of, this side of the room, this side of the room was discussing, we left the other side out for a second, so we'll bring the left side of the room up to speed. Correct me if I'm wrong, but if they wanted to do a detached garage, which they already have an extended, you could do it, and this would still be conforming, as long as you didn't attach the house to the garage.
Well, no, because part of the issue where they plan to do the addition is creating an expansion of an already legal non-conforming condition.
But we're saying that if we don't attach anything between the house and the existing garage, if we're concerned about this 12.7 distance, which is the
Correct.
question, if he just wanted to build a bigger garage, he could do that without any variations. If he just wanted to do that.
If you wanted to demo the garage and build a new one, he could take it.
It all depends on what the current square footage of that existing garage is.
Right, but it's a two-car garage, so he could add a third bay, right? 720,
Potentially, yes.
up to
Okay,
720.
so,
Then the question comes in, part of the testimony tonight was the desire for additional living space.
no, so, follow me for a second, Dan.
Okay.
So what we're saying is, if he really wanted to, he could technically tear this garage down, build a new one at 720, and go even further towards the side of the lot, 5 feet off the lot. Correct?
Without a variation.
Without a variation.
So you got five on that side, 5 here. And you know what, the rear yard over there is 10, because that's where the sanitary goes through, so it'd have to be 10 feet off that rear.
That's fine.
Still less than the 12.
He could potentially get a 720 there, okay?
So what we're saying is
So-
that's a lot more intrusive to this neighbor than
What he's proposing.
where he's proposing.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Right.
so that's where we're
Oh,
getting
okay,
at.
yeah, you build
That's what we're getting at.
you build a wall
So
versus, okay.
Yeah, so we're getting at, what he's asking for in trade is we allow this, but he did not allow to do another detached garage.
So we're
in
thinking about a
trade.
condition, similar condition as the first case today, where we limit auxiliary buildings to.
Accessory structures on the other side.
Accessory structures, okay, to 280 square feet with the maximum number of 2. So basically, he cannot put a detached garage on his yard.
Correct. And he's got space if he wanted to put a shed there,
Right.
or if he
Yeah.
wanted to put.
Right.
Which I don't think you would do, there's no point of doing a detached garage at this point, once you do this addition.
Yeah.
But it's the safe trade-off. I think that's fair for everyone.
I thought you were going with the detached garage and giving them.
No. That's why I said, follow me till I get to the end. I needed my interpreter, Machi, to me through the finish line, but that's what we were kind of
Oh, okay.
brainstorming on this side.
So the question to the applicant is, would you be okay with a condition like that?
They're basically saying that, and correct me if I'm wrong with my wording, but they would allow the house addition and the garage addition as long as you don't ever build another shed.
No, not a shed, just a 3-car
Just
garage.
another garage.
Just another garage.
Detached garage.
Detached garage. Okay, so you're okay with that. We didn't figure you were going to, but that's,
Yeah.
so you can't build another garage then?
But at some time, you could potentially do a shed if you needed.
Right. You could build up to 2 buildings totaling 280 square feet.
On the property.
You could do a shed still if you wanted to.
Just not a garage.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think in this case, we should put the screening in as a.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, screening, I think.
Right. Which corner, how do I, which corner?
Just say
is this?
properly screen, I think you gotta properly screen the addition, the garage.
Yeah, so screening along what would be the northern rear property line between the addition.
Adequate screening.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you for your testimony, sir. No other questions, comments? If there are none, can I please have a motion to close case number 26-12V at...
Wait, I'm sorry. One more question for Dan.
Oh, you can ask questions afterwards. I'm closing it to the public.
Okay, that's good.
So, motion to close case 26-12V at 8:10.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Roll call, please.
Jim and, was that Jim and Janet or Neil and Janet?
Neil and Jen.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Sayward.
Aye.
Chairman Kempa.
Aye.
Deliberation, questions?
Anybody has any questions or comments, please?
So the last question I have is just the drainage again, is that going to affect that neighborhood at all by closing up that gap, or is that a drainage area?
That area is not in a depressional low area or a regulated, federally regulated wet area. So I don't see it as being a problem. We would require some civil work done to make sure that, because of the scope of the addition, as part of the permit requirement, we'd ask for some civil work done to show how that drainage is going to work.
Will you require grading plans by a civil engineer?
We're going to, you want to have them look, and how's that, what is it currently going, and where is it going to go now that you're adding
Now
that
that
much
there's-
square
now that
footage?
There's going to be more square footage on the, more lot coverage essentially.
Yep.
Okay.
So that would be part of the, that's part of the permit requirement anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? If there are none, then can I please have a motion to add to the public record testimony presented for case 26-12V, including the city exhibit number 11?
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Roll call, please, Jen.
Commissioner Sayward.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
And Chairman Kempa.
Aye. All right, now I would like a motion to recommend to the city council approval of case 26-12V, a variation to allow a reduction in the required rear yard from 50 feet to 12.77 feet to construct an addition onto existing primary structure with the provision that any additional auxiliary structures will be limited to 280 square feet, and the number of structures will be limited to 2. And the second one is that screening be added to the north rear line of the property to screen from the neighbor in the back of the house.
I'll make the motion.
Before we go further on that, can we be a little more specific? Are we, because part of it is a 6-foot fence appropriate, or are we looking for something that's taller to cover the roof line, like arborvitae or some other evergreen type?
So it's a dead corner to begin with, so there's no activity from the addition being put on, so there's no noise being generated in that corner?
Should we
Well,
say?
hold on a second. He
Okay.
testified.
Visual.
He also testified that it's a visual one, number 2, and then he's got he does is a sole proprietor business and is planning to have a work utility vehicle or storage of materials, and that's end of it, which is now closer to the neighboring property. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, we've got that condition all over, it's just not this close to a neighbor's property.
I would think to answer your question, I think it should be more than just a 6-foot fence, something that eventually grows, arborvitae's, something that eventually grow to 8 to 10 feet. Not, you don't have to plant them at that tall, but start them at 4 feet and in 2 years, it gives you full coverage.
Yeah, and you don't need the giant 20-footers, you don't
Right.
need that, you just need the middle range.
Yeah.
So I just want some clarity, so he has some clarity, and staff has clarity
Okay.
in our
Yeah.
approval.
I would think that's some plantings that would create eventual coverage
of the
up to
corner.
roof line.
Up to roof line. Okay.
Do I need to restate this again from the get-go?
No, the sheds are good, the accessory structures are good. It's
I gotta add that.
Okay, so the screening on the northern rear part of the property be of an evergreen type that will grow to more than 6 feet and beyond in the future to screen from the neighbor
To the roof line.
to the roof line.
Are you good with that? Thank you.
I'll make that motion.
I'll
Thank
second.
you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner DeGraff.
Aye.
Commissioner Sayward.
Aye.
Commissioner Patel.
Aye.
Commissioner Mashewski.
Aye.
Commissioner Kiefer.
Aye.
Chairman Kempa.
Aye.
Monday night, July 13th, this room, 6:30 PM. Yeah, I would suggest it, yes. Because there are conditions being added, just to make sure the council will want to make sure everybody's on page with. We'll send you an email. Monday night, July 13th at 6:30. They start a half hour earlier. Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.
If you can stick around, you might want to hear what I've got to say in the next section, so.
Oh, now you got me interested. I was gonna leave too.
There's more, there's more to be said?
There's no public comment, so we're good.
Updates?
There's no, things are just moving forward with all the other applications. Neater Homes is still in their final due diligence period prior to closing. They should be closing within the next 30 days on the property.
You're talking about the townhomes?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
The restaurant?
They're well into remodeling, and it was all cosmetic. They're really going gangbusters over there. They're hoping to be open within 45 days.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was over there today, took a look. It's going to be nice and bright, not the dark grays and browns, but bright white.
Did the gaming machines get just eliminated, or they?
No,
moved?
they moved with the, because he kept everything active until the day of the move, and they just transferred locations, so. And the gaming board signed off on it. They were good with that. Communications, we will have a meeting, and it'll be a full meeting because it will be the zoning application for Sky Harbor and the new hangars out at Chicago Executive Airport. The project will require a map amendment, special use, variation for lot lines, and then the city council approved a condition in the stormwater management part of the ordinance, Title VII, granting the ability for developers or projects to seek a reduction in the required compensatory storage of stormwater in a development. Currently, our city code required 1.5 to 1.1 ratio. So for every 1 acre of displacement, you had to come up with 1.5 acres of comp storage. MWRD standard is 1.1 to 1. So to the east side, we've done some extensive engineering and looking at the elevations, and once in that area, the 1.5 to 1 does not change the needle. So if someone on the east side wanted to do it, they could seek a variation. They didn't outright eliminate that requirement, but they at least now granted the ability to get a variance. As we are the only body in city government that's set up to do variations. It will come to us, but it will not come as a zoning, so it will not need a public hearing. It will just be a public meeting under the Plan Commission.
So is that for all of those issues?
No, just
Just for the stormwater?
just for the stormwater, and then there will be the preliminary engineering and subdivision, which is not a public hearing. We'll hear them all in sequential order. There's also going to be, part of the map amendment is there's going to be boundary line changes between the Village of Wheeling and the City of Prospect Heights. They're disconnecting about a building's worth of land, and we're going to disconnect 800 square feet. And there'll be maps showing that. And then it'll account that the city will end up with 6 out of the 7 buildings being within our jurisdictional boundary in one building. Even though, to look at them, it'll look simultaneously, it's just the boundary line will separate down the demising firewall between 2 of the hangars. So that's coming forward, and,
So Wheeling has one of them?
yeah.
So 2 building departments going to review both ones?
Basically, Wheeling's got a different process than we do. And we've also we're creating an intergovernmental agreement, and part of that agreement is, because we use the same third-party providers, we use the same inspection services, we use everybody, that the city will be the permitting agency, and we will be doing all the major site plan controls of the development project, so.
So it stays in our jurisdiction?
Yep. They'll still have, that one hangar for all intents and purposes will be in Wheeling, the other 7 will be in our town. And so it's an exciting project. It's been a couple years in the making. The village of Wheeling has been good to work with. We've come to terms fairly quickly, and it is one that I'm looking forward to. So that'll probably take most of the evening. It's going to be a very extensive. We're going to try and get the packet out because there are a lot of detailed plans, especially when the comp storage and overall project area, because Jim knows this fairly well. There's not a lot of land to do comp storage on the airport property, so they have to move water around in different places, and Wheeling has the same requirement that we now just adopted of grant, allowing the 1.1 by variance. So I've been very happy with the cooperation from Wheeling, and I think at the end of the day, it'll be good for us. So that's coming up. Communications, House Bill 5626, which I brought up last week, our last meeting, which is the build meeting. If you have the ability, if you know anybody that is interested, has heard, and is not happy with that potential build where the governor is proposing and the state is proposing to eliminate zoning authority and zoning ability of the municipalities and allow 2,500 square foot residential lots for single-family homes, I would suggest tomorrow night there will be a town hall meeting at the library from 6 to 7:30 p.m. It's on our website. Representative Katz Mall will be there, and our other state legislature and Cook County Commissioner Scott Britton will be hosting this town hall, and it would be the opportunity to let the legislators know that this is not a good bill for the city of Prospect Heights. This is
Time and where?
6 to 7:30 p.m. at the Prospect Heights Library. For those that don't know, the Build Act as proposed by the governor is designed under its title to provide opportunities for home ownership. But what it does is it mandates that every municipality must allow, by right, 2,500 square foot single-family lots that could support a single-family house. It would allow people to put 4 flats, 6 flats on their property. We don't have the infrastructure or the utilities to do that, and oh yeah, there's no assistance from the state in any of that. We have no planning authority of that. Parking for multifamily, which could allow up to 24 units on a lot, without a secondary exit, 24-unit apartment building up to 6 stories in height.
They're building units just as what you just mentioned, multifamily in Chicago, with no parking spaces.
Yep. The requirement is a half a space per unit, half of a parking space per unit. Because they expect people to either park on the street or no cars because of the Uber ride shares and all this, and there's no, also too, they say it's an affordability ordinance, but the issue is that they mandate compliance with all the energy codes, all the other things that they've mandated, and it's a bad piece of legislation, in my opinion, and it takes all control of a local municipality and throws residential zoning out the window. And basically, it also says if the cities and municipalities don't do plan reviews within a certain point of time, any architect can be hired to do the plans, and we have to accept them.
To do the
Coming from a guy who
review.
never worked a day in his life. Do our job.
Yep.
See the winner.
So this, right now, it's in hibernation. It did not come out of this session. However, it is not dead by any stretch of the imagination. It is being worked on to try and address the major issues. I think the issue is there are parts of the state, there are parts of the area that this concept of housing works. However, established, we were platted and designed and infrastructure didn't build to accommodate this. We don't have the infrastructure to do it. We don't have water, potable water. We don't have a way to put fire suppression in every single one of these. Heck, the utility room to put a sprinkler system in would be almost a third of the house. So there are some challenges coming in. It's not dead, but it's in hibernation, and this would be an opportunity to let the state representatives know for our area hear what they have to say, hear what their challenges are, and then let them hear your opinion, because they've heard ours, they've heard from municipalities, they've heard from the mayor's caucuses, they've heard from some of the elected officials. What they're not hearing from is the constituents. So, and then I did speak with the city attorney, and we're still trying to work out, and I'll be sending an email about some training coming up on, for the board. Suggest that it's done on a slow night or a special meeting in which we can not necessarily, we can have an open discussion and not sidetracked by other business. So that's coming down the line. That's all I have tonight.
Anybody else has anything?
How about the zoning update?
Hasn't moved much in the last month. We did get the parking chapter. I started reviewing it, and then we've been dealing with short staff at this. And we just hired a young lady, Amy Alonso, as our property maintenance code enforcement. She's doing wonderful, and it's going to free up some time.
How are we coming, or have we come for the housing project, or for the townhome project?
Like I mentioned a minute ago, Nader is still in their final due diligence after zoning to get their financing the closing. We expect the closing to be done here within the next 30 days. All right.
Can I please have a motion to adjourn at 8:30?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you.